The upcoming releases of Pokemon Black and White 2 and Pokemon Conquest are exciting for Pokemon fans across the world. But there's something more going on under these games that Pokemon fans of all ages should take note of. Pokemon is changing. To understand how, we must go back to where Pokemon started. Pokemon began with not one, but two games. And after Pokemon Red and Blue released, Nintendo released the Pokemon trading card game. Trainers could truly know what it feels like to collect them all. And then a TV anime was released. I can remember waiting for the show to come on and meeting Ash Ketchum for the first time. And for the TV show, Pokemon released a third special game to follow the plot of the characters in the television show. That gives the first generation a total of 3 games. 3 games! And to top it off, Nintendo released tons of spin-off games and add-ons to the original core games. Pokemon's first generation was not only a unique way of presenting a franchise to the world, but it proved to be a very profitable marketing plan. At an average of once every 3 years, Pokemon rehashed the same formula of games, cards, and television shows for each new generation of children growing up. And each time they met with tremendous success. This has gone on for over 15 years. However, older fans ran into an issue. After growing up, they felt left out. Pokemon didn't grow up with them. It was a franchise that was planned to stay in childhood forever. What has resulted is a fan base of ages all the way up to 30 and older. But the older fans have been showing angst all across the internet, and also a desire for a Pokemon geared for older audiences has been made clear. Where will Pokemon go? There are already 649 of them. Will Nintendo continue to add generations of Pokemon until there are thousands of them? The answers to these questions are becoming clearer with the upcoming releases of Pokemon Black and White 2 and Pokemon Conquest. With a direct link to the plot of Pokemon Black and White, the sequels Pokemon Black and White 2 show us that Pokemon is breaking their usual cycle. With all the previous generations only releasing one game with a similar story, these new games show us that Nintendo may be ready for changing things up. There's already a 6th generation in progress. Can we expect something even fresher from that one? Pokemon Conquest gives us hope. A strategy game that requires a much higher level of thinking than the normal Pokemon games and spin-offs. It shows us that Nintendo sees the potential in a more mature Pokemon game. With Pokemon's original generation coming out 15 years ago, there are definitely enough mature fans to create a market for it. And with each new generation, that market can only be growing bigger. Nintendo still continues to do amazing things with the Pokemon franchise, and the fans seem to know that there's untapped area in the Pokemon world. But at the end of it all, only Nintendo can decide whether or not Ash Ketchum will grow up or not. Thanks for watching.